All right, peace, peace, peace. What up? First and foremost, hopefully the Most High in your house is blessing your day, or by His mercies, we aren't consumed. We're alive in the Most High in your house, His body, and two, we're naturally alive, man. You know what? I just want to talk about this because I was just thinking about it. It's crazy. You know what? It all ties in full circle. All praise to the Most High in your house, y'all, for this, man. Because I see, I'm gonna have it right here. No, I actually have this right here. I was just actually talking about this with my mother yesterday, man, and also too, actually, one of my students, I was just emailing, talking about this. One of my old students talking about this as well, but also too, man, I was just thinking about this yesterday. Yeah, this conversation I had with my mother, kind of led me to this, and it's crazy because I just came home, with my homie. We just saw Den of Thieves too. So actually, like, this kind of all lines up with that. It's crazy how the Most High in your house shall bring things full circle, man. But yeah, man, let's go. Let's get this in Jeremiah, just for the fact. Also too, man, shout out like the brother in the Discord app. There's a reason why, that's being promoted as such. It's a little subtle things, little subtle jabs they try to throw. The powers that be try to throw at, not only Esau, just all the other nations try to throw at the Most High in your house shot, man. Just like that Bob Dylan thing I saw, that Bob Dylan book that I saw the other day, and I put it on. I told you about it, and I put it in the Discord app. It was a book written about Bob Dylan. One that was kind of blasphemous, the title. But listen, even if they had called him a prophet, it was like, okay, that's blasphemous, but still. But the book was called Bob Dylan, a prophet without the Most High, without God. So it's like, really, you just had to throw a little dig in there. But ironically enough, crazy thing is in the Discord app I'm in today, the precept was the Galatians, the classic Galatians 6 and 7. For the Most High is not mocked, so wherever man sows, they're gonna reap. So just so I was looking at that, we see that throughout the scripture. I was just looking at Genesis 19 when when the Most High in Yahushua told Lot to get out, and Lot told his family, and his two sons-in-law was laughing, mocked him, scoffed him, and the Most High killed him. Hey, listen, man, that man's not to be played with. The Most High in Yahushua, they not to be played with. But it is what it is. But my point is that that's the reason why, it's a good, both of them were good movies. I saw the first one, not actually a few weeks ago, because I remember when it came out back in January, 2018. But I just didn't see it. But I saw it the first one a few weeks ago with my homie. Then we just recently today we saw the second one. I'm just getting home. But this all ties into identities, what we're going to talk about, man. And also too, man, it's not putting yourself what's above what's written, man. And also too, how your house shot comes in the volume of the book, and and we all have breaking points too as well, man. So I was talking about this with my mom yesterday, because she sent me a little funny skit online on about Jake. He pretty much is going off on it was just a funny skit about somebody going off at the workplace, man. It was funny, but but I was just laughing. My mom was listening, man. We all have our breaking points, but let's get this too. But then since we're talking about Den of Thieves, Jeremiah 7, because it's all going to tie into one another. I'm sorry if I'm taking so long to build, but it says Jeremiah chapter 7 verse 11. It says, it's Jeremiah 7 and 11. It says, "Is this house which is called by my name become a den of robbers in your eyes? Behold, I have seen it, saith the Lord." So see, yeah, exactly. So so we see that where that comes from. Let's go to John 2 real quick, when Yahushua does what he does. But also too, man, it's how Yahushua comes in the volume of the book, man. We're gonna go to Proverbs and the law. We're going to go through all that. And also, too, on the secular part, on the other part, angle of this, is going into how, we all have our breaking point, man. Don't put your above what's written. Like James 5 and 17 says, we're all, these are men just like passion, just like we are. These are men and women just like people, just like us. These are holy people. These are righteous people that got genealogies on earth as in heaven. But these are working people at the end of the day, too. So, yeah, let's go to this too, because this all goes into let's go to John chapter 2 verse 15. It says, "And when he had made a scourge out of small cords, he had drove them out all the temple, and the sheep and the oxen. He poured out the changers' money, and overthrew the tables." And verse 16, he said unto them, that sow doves, that take these hence, make not my father's house a house of merchandise. So yeah, fulfillment of what we just read in Jeremiah. But also too, notice how it says he had scourges, things, and that he had small cords. He drove them out of out of the temple, the sheep, the oxen, and he poured out the changers' money and overthrew the tables. Yeah, so in verse 16, and he said unto them that so does, take these hence, and make not my father's house in the house of merchandise. And then in verse 17, and his disciples remember that what was written, the zeal in thy house hath eaten me up. Exactly, man. So yeah, man, just kind of like you shoot, your house shot, man. Like, see, that's where that John 1:17 comes in, man. Because when you read, let's look at something real quick, man. I didn't see anything about this till now, man. Look at this. Let's see. Let's look at John 1:17 real quick. We're gonna take a little detour, but John chapter 1 verse 17. For the law was given by Moses, and grace and truth came by Yahushua HaMashiach. So let's look at this real quick, man. Cause let's go to Maccabees real quick. I didn't think about this till now, but let's go to Maccabees real quick, man. Cause we're gonna go show you how even in that was mercy. Yeah, let's go. First Maccabees chapter yep. First Maccabees chapter 2 in verse 23, because this is when y'all not sure, like, the king Antiochus, they made a decree, like, pretty much that the swine pretty much was pretty much it represents something that was profane on the Most High. We kind of talk about this in Maccabees, things that later be the persecution of the law, and now the Yahushua is going to be the persecution of the testimony of the gospel. But it's not that, like, the pork that just made them righteous and made you good before the Most High Yahushua. It was the faith. It was pretty much them standing on what they believed in. It was really Maccabees was faith, but it was a persecution of the law during that time. But now it's going to be persecution of the faith. But also too, ironically enough, I'm looking at my Eagles logo right now, and we playing the next Sunday, Lord willing, we're gonna play the Commanders, or formerly known as the Redskins. And one of the Redskins, like, they actually, I went to a game last year. Their logo, mascot is a pig. It's a hog, pretty much. And back in the day, the early '90s, late '80s, '90s, the Redskins had those Hogs teams. So that just came to mind. I thought that was crazy. But anyway, back to the point. Yeah, that's what that was. It's not that just not eating pork makes you righteous, builds the faith in that. But let's go back to the point though. It's the fact that this is where, like, Yahushua's even mercy came through, because this is when the king gave the decree to to have a swine sacrificed on the altar. But notice how what Mattathias did. But notice how merciful, even in Yahushua, flipping tables going off, and in his zeal, that was merciful. Let's get this too. It says, now when he had left speaking in these words, there came one of the Jews in all the sight to sacrifice on the altar, which was at Moden, according to the king's commandment. Which he sees that after the decree given, Mattathias sees this, which the thing when Mattathias saw, he was inflamed with zeal, and his reins trembled. Neither could he forbear to shew his anger according to the judgment. And wherefore he ran upon and slew him upon the wherefore he ran and slew him upon the altar. So yeah, one, Mattathias saw him. He's like, yo, I know this nigga's not about to do. I know he's not about to sacrifice. And he murdered him. And that was more indignation. That was of his zeal. That was a right, because what, that too, the people get that murder and kill confused, because it says really thou shalt not murder, especially without a cause. But this was righteous in the Lord, man, because it was kind of same. That's even this how Yahushua comes in the bottom of the book. But you see, like we just read in that John 1, this is where that mercy came in with Yahushua, because Yahushua didn't kill nobody in that thing. But he just let them know. But because we about to get in Proverbs why he did what he did too. We just gonna get into that, but I just want the detour real quick to show you that even in Yahushua's zeal, like it was mercy in that. It says, well, let's read this again. We're First Maccabees chapter 1 verse 2 and verse 24. It says, and the thing which when Mattathias, when he saw he was inflamed with zeal, and his reins trembled, neither could he forbear to shew his anger according to judgment. Wherefore he ran and slew him upon the altar. Yeah, my bad, y'all. And too, I gotta focus. Shout out to my brother. I ain't gonna say his name, but I gotta focus on just slowing down and kind of being loquacious. I could talk a lot. Gotta slow down, do things. I don't know. I just get really excited when I do these things, man. For y'all brothers and sisters. When I'm doing this, I just like it, man. So my little zeal kicks in, whatever. So but I have to remember, man. But Even in that though, going back to that, that's even in that zeal with Yahushua, you see the mercy in that. But now that was during the time of the law right there. You used to notice how that was law and he just killed them. Like, he just killed the other Israelite. But now on the Yahushua didn't do that. But there's a reason why he had the scourges though. Because let's go to Proverbs real quick, and that's also going back to the law as well. Let's go to what we about to get to. But and also too, just on the side note, we all got a breaking point, man. We all got a breaking point, man. Because even our brothers and sisters in Christianity, other people, regular people, always mention, like, when they're making that point of we all have a breaking point. They mention your house hour. They say Jesus, he flipped up tables, and they writing that, man, because we all have a breaking point too. Like, let's not put ourselves above what's written. Should we? Of course, the main thing, like, we walk in spirit and we stay in spirit. But it was men that had the spirit in this and still like had human reactions, man. So that's just what it is. But let's go to Proverbs chapter 19, verse 29. It says, because this is why Yahushua had had the scourges, things of that nature. He had the scourges. And it says, judgment are the scourges and like the stripes, pretty much. Judgment are prepared for scorners, pretty much scoffers, and stripes for the back of fools. So see, and stripes for the back of fools. So that's why he had the whips and things of that nature, because that's just what it is. That's just Yahushua. You can think about John 2, what we just read, Yahushua here, man. And also too, then he called the Pharisees fools. So yeah, man, that's just what it is. And that's another thing, another video I got to talk about too, Lord, when about, because that Matthew 5, calling your brother a fool, shout out to brother, send me the firstborn. I'm just going to go into it real quick. That fool is going to, it's like, just pretty much putting, like, say if a brother and sister, or it's like, somebody's an actual believer and you're saying they're not. That's what that fool is in there. Like, that's what that means. Not just saying, like, calling somebody a fool. But now, me personally, I don't recommend, like, even my brothers, of course, in the word or outside the word. Like, even some of our people, like, yeah, of course, I scoff, yeah, they are fools. But, I'm just not, like, just in general, like, me personally, I try not to move like that. You got to really, I got to get to that limit to just call especially like just call somebody like stupid or a fool, things of that nature, man. But that's just me personally. Like, some brothers and sisters, listen, they get to that point, like going back to what we're saying, they get that point, you call that somebody that, but that's neither here nor there. But Proverbs chapter 19 and verse 29 says, judgment are prepared for scorners. Judgment are prepared for scorners, and stripes for the back of fools. So see, that's why Yahushua had those whips, man. He had those because stripes are prepared for fools, and he said in Matthew 23. Then he called the Pharisees fools. And let's go to Deuteronomy 25, man. So this is all how Yahushua comes in the volume book, and this is also to the law, like because I hypothetically have Yahushua started like actually hitting people with it. He probably would have, like, pursuant to the law, he probably would have hit them no more than 40 times. But then again, I don't know. But Yahushua was such an austere man. He commanded respect every time he was on the scene that people already knew. So that's just is what it is, man. Deuteronomy chapter 25 and verse 3. It says 40 stripes he may give him, not this talking about evil servant, a wicked or wicked person. I'm sorry. Yeah. Oh yeah. Let's start at verse 1, because this is all talking about, like, this all lines up with Proverbs 17, Proverbs 18, and Matthew 20. This is all talking about Yahushua, how and like Susanna, Yahushua, other people. If there be a controversy between men, and they come unto judgment, that the judges may judge them, and they shall justify the righteous. They shall justify the righteous and condemn the wicked. So, but see, in Yahushua they didn't do that. So of course that's all we went into about. We talked about Susanna, how that was precursor. That was like Yahushua pretty much. Yahushua was pretty much proverbial Susanna in that aspect, because he comes in the bottom of the book, but he died. But also too, Yahushua died. Like, and the one day was breaking the law, they condemned the innocent and let go, Barabbas, the wicked. But verse 2, and if that wicked man be worthy to be beaten, the judge shall cause him to lie down and be beaten before his face, according to his fault, by a certain number. 40 stripes he may give him, and not exceed, lest he should exceed and beat him above many stripes. Thy brother should seem violent to thee. So yeah, you don't want to beat him to that point, like, it comes inhumane. Okay, you give him that beating, then And the word says, hopefully they learn from it, man. But yeah, but see, that's why Yahushua was came in the house with the you know and when they made the house a den of thieves, and that's why he did that, man. It's all going back to the law, you know. So yeah, man. So hopefully this is edifying for y'all, brothers and sisters, man. So yeah, and also too, man, we all have a breaking point, man. So like, this don't even like put ourselves above what is written, man. Because we gonna have that. You're gonna have human reactions, man. Shout out to brother 70 firstborn, man. Because like you don't want to come in, like especially us brothers and sisters, just come in the word, man. Now of course we renew our mind. We come born again. We come new creatures. Like we kill out the old man. Like old man, old person. Like we do that, but at the same time, keep who you are. Keep your core. I mean, as far as the good aspects, like you still be yourself, but all the wickedness is purge out of you. But you still being yourself, but also too that old man, that old woman you used to kill off. But still, man, you're still human at the end of the day too. So don't we walk in spirit, of course, but don't even like try to forget that you are human at the end of the day too, man. So you're gonna have certain human reactions, but we walk in the spirit. I was just talking about look at more things spiritually rather than carnally as well, man. So as well, man. So but I just wanted to let for y'all brothers and sisters know that for that, man. So hopefully this is edifying, man. So peace.